Welcome back to the typical PNW guy. Today we're going to talk about Magpul versus Glock mags for the um, Polymer 80s and the Glock 19. So on the left, you see right here is a Magpul. On the right, you see a factory Glock mag. And there's a couple differences. Obviously, they're going to look mostly the same, but on the Magpul magazine, you will notice that when it's full, this is where you see the full load indicator, but on the Glock, it's on the back. Personally, I prefer this method, a lot easier. Obviously, you got a lot more visuals for how many rounds you got. So we'll flip this one on its back so you can see that one's solid. So, and then both have the notches, and then this guy has the full load indicator again on that side. So pretty typical mags. Followers are a little different. Obviously, it's just the generation of what follower they are. I will say that the Magpul is a lot harder to load up to the full, which would be 15 rounds. Most mags, they get a little harder within the 2-3 round range at the end, but it seems about that the Magpuls are hard halfway through. A lot of people complain about that the spring is super stiff. In my opinion, it sucks to load, but the spring should last a good long while, in my opinion. So with that being said, base plates are different. So you can see this one's pretty slim. Just push right here, slide it off. On this guy, you have that you got to push in, nice and big. Magpul allows you to have the finger groove to pull down, pretty nice, but in my opinion it's a little on the bulky side for not having anything flashy like an aftermarket base plate. I do have a handful of those in aluminum from Blown Deadline. They're great. It adds a little bit extra weight, easy to pull down. But both of these can be bought at Brownells. These weren't given to me by Brownells. These are purchased on my own. I've had these for a while. Have a few hundred rounds through each of them, and they're still going good. Usually I leave them loaded. Never had an issue with them. And really, it just comes down to preference and price. So Glock mags are obviously going to be more. Magpul mags are cheap. I have both. Honestly, there's no real difference. It just comes down to preference. Like I said, load indicator back here, load indicator right here on both sides, and then aftermarket ability to have base plates if you want, +2, +3, +5, or just, having a flush one so it just looks fancy. But other than that, like I said, it just comes down to preference. So I've never had an issue carrying summer or winter. I've carried them extensively through the last couple of years, and they both rock and roll the same. So get whatever you want, honestly. So neither one of them's better than the other. So check them out on brownells.com. Snag you a few. Later.